coast. Titus would kick our ass. We're busy.
We'll find a way. We always do.
No more talking.
What are you doing to these people?
Nothing they weren't expecting. Port's got 2 rules. No guns, and pay your protection fees.
So what's that?
Outcasts don't have to abide by the rules. Just enforce. You got a problem with that? You can join.
Pathfinder, it will be difficult to find the spy if your boss...
Guess that's
What was that?
nothing.
Creep.
Hey!
Piss off.
You order, you pay.
I said...
You look like you're waiting for someone.
Not interested.
Shayna, but you can call me Reyes. I hate code names.
I was expecting someone more. Angaran.
The Resistance pays me to supply information, among other things.
So you're a smuggler.
Your man, Venterev, was arrested by Sloane Kelly, leader of the Outcasts. Word spread about what he did to Moshe Sefer. The people are calling for his execution. And Sloane? She's a woman of the people.
Dress it up however you want. She's a criminal.
You work for the Initiative. Sloane was part of the uprising on the Nexus. I doubt she'll give Ven up easily.
Maybe she'll agree to a deal.
There might be another way to get to Ven. You work Sloane. I'll talk to the Resistance.
How do I contact you if things go south?
Hey! You gotta pay.
Keep the change.
Always do. What can I get you? Don't say surprise me.
So, what's the latest in Kadara?
The port's on the brink of civil war. The Charlatan and the Collective have been... Thought it was all talk until they started killing each other in the Badlands.
You're pretty calm about it.
When you live in a place run by pirates, violence becomes relative.
You mentioned the Charlatan and the Collective.
Yeah, what about them?
Who are they?
Wow, you're new. He, she, they. Bet they're just thugs. Might be a little smart.
How do you feel about Sloane? Do you...
I like Sloane fine, but her protection fees can go to hell.
She makes you pay for protection?
Yep, and the price of safety keeps getting higher. Can't complain too much, though. The outcasts are my biggest customers.
Thanks for the gossip.
Part of the job.
Were you a bartender back in the Milky Way?
Yup.
You like it?
Nope.
So why do it?
It's familiar.
When you're surrounded by the alien, it's...
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I'm...
Whatever.
Pathfinder. Interested in the Collective's services?
How do you know who I am?
The Collective makes a point of knowing everything and everyone worth knowing in Helios.
You sound more like it.
The two aren't mutually exclusive.
Let's say I was interested in joining your little...
You're more high profile than our usual members, but if you have potential,
And then what?
for some, that's it. Others may have to pass a test. It's different for every recruit.
Thanks for your...
Of course, Pat.
Sam, tell me about Sloane Kelly.
Before joining the initiative as head of Nexus Security, Miss Kelly served in the Alliance with a nearly spotless record.
Nearly?
She was involved in multiple altercations with other officers.
A hothead. Great.
Focus defenses here and here. The Ket have been quiet for too long. What?
You must be Sloane Kelly.
I know who you are. So, what brings a Pathfinder to our humble port?
Venterev. Name ring any bells?
What's he to you? And don't lie to me.
I need him so I can infiltrate a Ket flagship. You've obviously got no love for the Ket. I'm doing you a favor.
Kadara is an Angaran port. They want Ven dead, and I want to keep them happy.
This is bigger than local politics.
You don't need Ven. You need his intel. Talk to him before I put his head on a spike.
I can work with that.
See? No reason we can't be civilized.
I should have brought refreshments.
Give the Pathfinder access to the holding cells.
Yes, sir.
You're not what I expected, Pathfinder.
I get that a lot.
Keep staying on Sloane's good side, and I'll be really impressed.
Are you Sloane's second in command?
She calls me her right-hand Turian. I keep the wheel from squeaking.
See you around, Kitus.
Our deal's done. What do you want?
I think we can work together. The enemy of my enemy is...
I'm not your friend, but you've proven reasonable. Ask your questions.
Helios isn't exactly hospitable. How did you survive after the Nexus?
We didn't leave empty-handed, but when supplies ran low, we were forced to get creative. I ordered hits on Ket convoys, traded with Angaran villages. They told me about Gadara port.
You never got violent with the Angara?
Just the Rokar? Fuck those guys.
I looked you up. Head of Nexus Security, Alliance trained. Record shows a temper, but otherwise paints the picture of a loyal soldier. Why'd you switch sides?
Because I'm sick of serving assholes. I could have handled the situation on the Nexus, but Tam wanted a bloodbath. He brought in the Krogan without even asking.
You could have...
They would have died without my help. Not all exiles are criminals. Some of us just had enough.
For non-criminals, you sure do kill a lot of people.
I do what I have to protect my people.
Down the barrel of a gun.
You know, Pathfinder, when I joined the Initiative, I thought we could build a new society. A better one. But the Initiative was just another empty promise. The only person I can count on to change things is me.
How did a human come to lead an Angaran port?
When I got to Kadara, the Ket were rounding up Angara like animals. It was a slaughter. My people put an end to it. Naturally, the locals were grateful.
And the heads decorating the spaceport? What's that about?
A warning.
To the Ket?
To anyone.
So, the outcasts. Give me the sales pitch.
The outcasts aren't for you.
Wow, no hesitation.
I handpicked every one of my crew. They've got either potential or history with me. You've got neither.
Addison said something similar. I'll prove you both wrong.
Addison and I agree on something.
What does the Collective have against the outcast?
People always want what they don't have. The charlatans' thugs are no different.
Who do you think the charlatan is?
My guess, a group of people.
You're not worried they're moving in on outcast terror?
If they make a play, I'm ready.
I'll let you get back to it.
Pathfinder.
First.
Don't feed the prisoner.
Don't touch the prisoner. And the only thing that passes between you two are words. Got it?
Absolutely. I won't cause trouble.
What do you want?
The Archon's ship. Where is it?
This a new interrogation tactic? Sloane's getting lazy.
I don't answer to Sloane. I'm a Pathfinder with the Initiative.
The one who rescued the Moshai. I know who you are, and what happened on Vold.
You're well informed for someone behind bars.
The rumors hit before I was captured. That's why the mob wants me dead. Even deserters hate me.
The Archon's ship. Where is it?
I never saw it. Got my orders from a Ket transponder. But you could use its frequency to triangulate the Archon's location.
Do you still have it?
I buried it before I was arrested. Should still be outside the city.
Thanks for the intel.
Don't you want to know why I did it? Why I betrayed the Moshai?
Not really. It's done. She's safe now.
Pathfinder, The communicator is buried outside the ceasefire zone. I suggest bringing a squad.
Vetra, Drac, are you back from whatever it was you were doing?
Yep, our completely legitimate business deal went off without a hitch.
Benefit of bringing a Krogan along.
Tell Gil to prep the Nomad. I need to go outside the city.
Over here, Pat. You've handled your fair share of Ket.
Yes, and?
There were mass executions. Public. There have been rumors of stragglers in the Badlands.
What exactly are the rumors about the Ket?
Ambushes. People disappearing. Vehicles sabotaged. Picked clean for parts. Could be feral local wildlife, sinkholes, Angara bullshit. But there's enough people saying Ket.
If there are Ket out there, send your own crew to deal with them.
Listen, this is how it is. Everyone knows Sloan destroyed the Ket presence here. Anything that hints otherwise? Weakness. But you're independent. Where you go, what you do. Nothing to do with Sloan.
You said Sloan killed the Ket here. What happened?
The Ket had the port locked down when we arrived. They were shipping Angara, but the place had... You saw the decorations outside. That's Sloan making sure every...
I'll think about checking out the Badlands.
Excellent.
We done? Yeah?
I'll let you get...
Good.
Yep.
Did you switch sides with Sloan during the mutiny?
I came over on Ark Natanus. Never stepped foot on the Nexus.
Natanus? I heard it was destroyed.
It was. There were stasis pods scattered all over the sector. I woke up with a handful of other survivors. Tried the colonial life. It wasn't for me.
The Collective is making waves in Kadara Port. What's the Outcast's plan to stay on top?
By not telling our strategies to strangers.
You and Sloan seem close.
What about it?
Nothing. Just wondering what's the story there.
We met on the Citadel. She put...
Seriously?
No. Mind your own business, Pathfinder.
See you around, Kitus.
Yep.
See you around, Kitus.
Didn't think I'd see you again. Kadara's honored by your presence and your credits.
If you've got an issue with me...
Relax. I wouldn't hurt a potential customer.
won't you, Big Cut? The Collective are fucking thieves.
You have what it takes. Sign up for the Outcasts.
We've all seen a dead body before. Move along. The charlatan strikes again.
If you would like, Pathfinder, I could provide an analysis of the deceased.
Pathfinder. I'm afraid Sloan put you on the no-recruit list.
We can still talk, right? I want to know more about the outcasts.
I'll answer what I can.
Things seem tense between the outcasts and the Collective.
They're a bunch of hypocritical
See?
Sloan.
Why hasn't she done...
It's not for me to question her methods. Kadera's ours. Nothing's gonna change that.
Tell me about Sloan.
Before the uprising,
Do you know her
she makes it a point to get to know all of her people, which is a lot more than the charlatan can.
What does it mean?
For most people, it's a sense of security. Something
You didn't feel secure on the Nexus?
You weren't there. Thanks to Sloan, we have direction.
So you're happy under Sloan?
Yeah, guess I am. Can't say this is what I expected when I signed up in the Milky. But I came to Andromeda to be part of something bigger than myself.
Can anyone join?
Anyone can show interest, but Sloan has final say on who becomes a member.
I'm guessing there's a selection process.
All recruits undergo a series of trials that tests their endurance, loyalty, and intellect. See you around.
Pathfinder, right? One of your crew, Leo, already secured parking for your vehicle. She's ready for you.
A city under a city.
At the center is Tartarus, a nightclub.
How toxic can it be? Ouch!
shit! Okay, don't touch that.
Stop!
Can't you see that?
What is this place?
A business establishment. Perfectly legal.
Funny. It looks like a drug den.
That's because it is one. You got an issue, bring it up with Sloan.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Alright, Sam. Show me what we've got.
Kadara's water is dense with sulfide minerals, the oxidation of which produces toxic streams and lakes.
Never liked swimming much anyways.
That is fortunate. Even the Nomad's shields cannot withstand the water's corrosive properties. The presence of monoliths suggests a vault that might reduce the acidity. However, outlaws, pirates, and other unsavory exiles inhabit Kadara's hills. The further you travel from the mountain, the more dangerous it will become.
Good to know. Let's get out there.
Wonder how many drunk idiots have fallen in there.
Sid gets me so frustrated. I try to be firm. She pushes back. I lay down the law. She pushes some more.
See, that's your problem. Kids need boundaries, sure, but they also want to know you're not the enemy.
Our dad would not have agreed with
Taking
you.
in the view?
Your dad sounds like a piece of work.
These sulfur pools
Special
are
ops,
dumping
right?
grounds for bodies. People
Yeah,
hide all
something like
sorts of
that.
evidence
He
out
never
here.
went into details.
Disappeared.
And Kadara just came.
Yeah.
My name's
I know the
Samaris.
type.
That's just bleeding heart crusader crap. I'd rather collect...
This is Drexel.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. That construct was reported stolen by both the Outcasts and the Collective. Hostility likely.
Think that's it?
Sometimes I wonder what Sid and I'd be like if we'd had a better home life. Maybe we wouldn't have grown up to be so difficult.
Difficult's good, Fedra. You took what you had and made... Ha, would you look at that?
Must be how they power Kadar Port.
Got an outlaw camp ahead.
Unaffiliated with Kadara's factions, Pathfinder. Its owners are likely a criminal class.
Damn, that sky is something else.
Pathfinder. Then Terev claimed he buried the Ket transponder near this location.
Found it.
That thing's busted.
The transponder's power source is drained.
So let's juice it up. Turn it on, then Gil can work his magic.
Once complete, this should provide us with the Archon's location, and in turn, Meridian's.
We're one step closer to building a home in Helios.
Oh yeah, the hard part's totally behind us.
Welcome to Caribdis Point. Name's Malix. You looking for a place to hole up? Got some open beds. Food and clean water cost extra.
I'm just looking around.
Look all you like. Just don't make trouble.
You get a lot of business out here?
Our establishment might not look like much, but spend a few nights in the Badlands and we're practically Hotel Azure. Clean beds, warm grub, and the only place for miles with serious amenities on Kadara.
How'd you end up on Kadara?
Followed Sloan, but couldn't pay her protection fees. No fancy port for me.
She forced you out?
Those are the rules. Can't. I really thought I was gonna die out here.
You obviously pulled through.
I didn't travel 600 years to starve to death. I found other exiles. Put the strength in numbers theory to the test. Thus, Charybdis Point was born.
I better get going.
See you around.
Look at his armor.
How did you get past the mines?
Mines?
Damn scavs must have disarmed them again.
Putting mines in your front yard isn't exactly smart.
You a professional landscaper? Get the fuck out of here.
No, Drac, no.
Exiles could have rolled up and died, but look at what they've built, even out here.
Damn, that hurts.
Not a bad little dive.
My, look who's crossed my path. Pathfinder Rider. Remember me? The innocent man you exiled?
Nilkenrensis. So, you found your way to Kadar?
Not many places Mariette and I could have ended up. Other than dead, of course.
Your wife deserves to be happy.
Well, we agree there. That day on Eos, I did what was necessary. Turns out this life suits us. There's freedom in living by your wits. And we've had to rely on each other completely.
I'm glad some good has come of this.
I'm sure you've been racked with it. I suppose I should thank you. So thank
You there? Got a proposition. Want to make some easy credits?
Only if it's legal.
Of course. As you may know, Kadara's most valuable trade is scrap and resources stolen from the Nexus. But that well's running dry.
I'm not stealing for you.
Not my goal. My goal, I have it on good authority. Barride's going to.
You don't?
I sent a surveyor to check it out, but he hasn't returned. All I need from you is peace of mind.
If I'm in the area?
You'll be paid for that.
Shields won't last in this stuff.
There will always be places like this. Doesn't matter what galaxy you're in.
Scar?
Shouldn't. Metagel work. You look well enough. My patients are usually leaking from somewhere.
I actually have my own doctor. Name's Ryder. I'm a Pathfinder.
One survived. Could have used you when we got to Helios. Dr. Ryota Nakamoto. I used to work as the Outcast's physician. Quit after Sloan turned what should have been a medical breakthrough into a drug.
I thought she was supposed to be a woman of the people.
She's whatever she needs to be to stay in power. When we arrived on Kadara, I found a local string of bacteria that shares properties with penicillin.
Quite the find.
It was, until I discovered the drug is addictive and induces hallucinations in large doses. I took my concerns to Sloan. All she saw was an opportunity to make a profit, called the drug Oblivion. But beyond stealing back my formula, there's no way to stop her.
All that would do is piss off Sloan.
I don't give a damn how she feels. People are dying, and it's because of my work. I hate to ask you this, but the formula's in my old lab. I can't fight.
No promises, but I'll see what...
Pathfinder.
Guarding the Tempest?
The Nomad. Got some attention when we Seems smart. Only 3 attempts to steal it so far, and 1 offer to buy it.
What was the offer? Just so I know how much I...
Negotiations fell apart when he asked if I came... Weird. Kadara's pretty lively. Lots of people come... And lots of exiles from the Nexus. More than there should be.
What would you do with criminals on the Nexus?
Not sure. Community service? For some cases, anyway. Has to be better than throwing people away. There's not many of us. What's up, Ryder? Why an emergency meeting?
I didn't call it.
I did. Got some disturbing news while we were on Kadara. There's some tension at the Krogan colony on Eladin. It's bad.
Tension among Krogan? You don't say.
I wouldn't waste your time with this if it wasn't important. We need to go.
I agree. Nakmor Morta made herself overlord of the colony. It's weird.
No. Our priority is the Archon. We have to remain focused on his next move.
Jaw's right.
We won't make any rash decisions. Drax just brought... Let's dial down the emotions so we can be clear-headed.
Well, as long as we're pitching stuff, I overheard outlaws on Kadara talking about activity in the Ramov system.
No, that's the system where the Turian Golden World was supposed to be.
Ramov? There aren't any viable planets there. Only an asteroid field with mining ventures run by criminals.
I hear Eladin's pretty rough too. Roving scavengers with nothing to lose.
Crap. No one fights harder than people with nothing to lose.
But now that we have the transponder, we're so close to finding the location of Archon's ship.
Our goal is to create our home here. You never know how something might fit in. Anyway, get Callow the nav points for both Eladin and that potential Turian Golden World. We want all our options ready to go. Hey, I didn't say dismissed or meeting adjourned or anything. Meeting adjourned. As you were.
I'm going to recommend a team-wide increase in caloric intake.
Yay, more cans.
Are you sure about that, Lexi? We don't know how long we're going to need the rations to last. Even trading with Kadara and Aya, we don't have a reliable food source in Helios yet. I'm sure you'll find a way.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
So Cal...
What? Whom?
You're always short of credits after we come back. Is it because of her?
It's complicated, Subi.
Kadara Port's pretty grisly, huh? And now we're going after the Archon's ship? Sure that's a good idea.
In the absence of any others.
Guess I can't argue with that. Anything else to go over?
I like it when you flirt.
Don't worry, Ryder. I'm relentless. It relaxes me. You know it.
Hey, Jal? Didn't mean to scare you.
What? I'm not scared. 1 second.
What's going on in here? You look busy.
If I'm busy, my mind is occupied with whatever I'm working on, rather than worrying.
I can see how that helps.
I'd like your advice on something. I'm making gifts for everyone. I have a list.
Gifts?
Do Turians like poetry? For Vetra, I'm writing a poem and engraving it on... I'm not sure yet.
Who doesn't like a personalized poem?
Great. Maybe I could just recite it for her.
Make sure I'm there for that.
Liam seems to like my Rofgin. I might sew him one.
He does.
Do Krogan like knives? I could craft a ceremonial Angaran dagger for Drac.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's me. Would.
Jal, this is a lot of...
I'm sure that I seem, but I'm not. Or I don't feel like I am.
I think most people feel like that.
I want to fit in. I want to make a difference.
And most people?
My family is well known. Our lineage. I've so many older.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
You're one of us.
So the Angara were fighting their own.
Gil, here's that Ket transponder. The spy used it to get his orders.
What do we need from it?
The location it points to should give us a fix on the Archon's ship.
Right.
Think you can figure it out?
I've been looking over the care tech we found so far. It may be a different galaxy, but physics still applies. Only so many ways of communicating across space. There. Give it a shot.
Did you connect the...
Shit, turn it off. Careful. That is a direct line to people who want to murder everyone on this ship.
Sam?
I have the coordinates. The signal points to the Tafino system.
We sure we want to do this?
I know we're still getting our feet wet, but I don't see another choice.
I knew running off to Andromeda...
Only if we die.
Thought you should know I keep finding crumbs here on the counter.
So we have a few messy eaters on board.
I think something's nibbling our stores. Something that doesn't belong. Possibly something tasty.
I'll keep an eye out for stowaways. What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
I'm still getting to know her.
There's no Krogan like my Rushan. She's worth no...
We can talk...
Sure.
Hey, Ryder. Got an encrypted message from Sid. She has news and wanted to talk to us both. Connecting the call now.
Finally! I've been waiting for hours.
So you want to tell us what this is all about?
I was listening to Outpost updates and caught a message about settlers going missing.
What do you mean they're missing?
They didn't leave voluntarily. No work assignments, no mining expeditions, kidnapped. I dug around, and I think I know where... A cave on a moon in the Ramav...
I don't believe the planet you're talking about is a moon.
Whatever.
What did I tell you about getting involved?
I couldn't just do nothing.
How do we know your intel's even reliable?
It's reliable.
I trust your sister, and there's no sense in wasting time.
See? That's a Pathfinder.
Sid, just give us everything you have on this.
Already done. Could I come along? I want to help.
You know the answer to that.
Right, of course. Stay away from...
You did good.
Yeah.
Kadara is a lifesaver. I'd promised some people some things I wasn't sure I could get. Turns out I can get them all on Kadara. Funny how things work out.
Are you breaking any laws, trading with exiles?
If the law isn't in writing yet, can I really break it? We're living on the edge, Ryder. I'll sweat the small stuff when I've got survival figured out.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
How did you keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would. Being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got to comfortable.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos Way.
You probably have worked...
You know where to find me.
Something's nesting here. Something that likes cereal. I wonder, we've probably got materials to build a humane trap and catch it.
Pirates, exiles, severed heads, Kadar, and Sloane Kelly is the pit. Anything you needed?
What did you do while you were part of the...
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. You probably had a more exciting... But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in a sorry space.
Every civilization needs its defenders.
And the defenders usually match their civilization. Like Asari huntresses being adaptable as hell. Makes you wonder what our militia will look like in 100 years.
You were in the Alliance before...
My biotics. I was... Untrained biotic power on a star... Old hit.
I spent... then...
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
It was time to forge my story and my horizons. And to give Sarah a shot at... So... Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
After 4 years with Asari Commandos, you must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Those Asari refugees were a real help. Now to find the survey ship they mentioned.
Any more commando?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around...
Ouch.
They didn't feel it. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there.
How's the search for these...
Those Asari refugees were a real help. Now to find the survey ship. Those Asari refugees were a real help. Now to... I'll be here.
As if any of your meals passed the bucket test. Pathfinder, hey, I was wondering, could you put your stamp on a project? It's for me and Jarl to work on. Call it diplomacy if you have to put it in a budget. Greenlight that research and it's all good.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Ah, Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
Who's your friend?
An exalted cat. I called Jarl to show him. Ah, there he is. Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain. The Exalted are Ket.
There must be a way to fix them.
Anything's possible. We just have to keep trying.
Even from mistakes, we can learn. Thank you, Ryder.
What?
Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent. You're making his grief worse.
We've barely scratched the surface of what Ket are capable of.
The Exalted are new beings. It's more than a transformation, it's a birth. There's no going back. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
And you're taking good care of him. Just remember why you came here, too. There is a new alien species on your table.
My hands actually shook when I made the first incision. See this bone-like armor? It feels as strong as a Krogan's frontal plate.
I'll take your word for it.
I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell. Going through the readouts from the... I've never seen such... Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
I'll let you get back.
I'll be here if you need me.
Pathfinder, I've retrieved actionable...
What did you find?
Updating your...